Hey guys, I wanted to read a couple chapters from the slam book that we had been reading in class, The Alien Next Door. I know that you guys were really enjoying this, and this is the new kid. So this was the first one in the Alien Next Door book series. Let's review a little bit about what we had already read to catch you up because it's been a couple weeks. So remember, the kid's name was Zeke, and he was the new kid in school, but there was something weird about Zeke. Do you guys remember what that was? He wasn't quite the same as the rest of the children in his class. He could do some things that they couldn't do. He started this new school. There was two friends that he met. Do you guys remember what their names were? There was a boy and there was a girl. Their names were Roxy and Harris. And they became friends with him and they sat with him at lunch. And remember, Harris wasn't quite sure what to think of them. He started thinking maybe Zeke was an alien. And then in science class, Zeke created this special potion when they were changing the liquid colors. And his science teacher couldn't figure out how he did it. He thought maybe he got in the drawer and got the chemical that did it. So that's kind of where we left off. So I'm going to read the next chapter to you. Chapter 6, it's called Mom and Dad. It says, after school, Harris and Roxy walked home together. You know, I don't think you've been very welcoming to Zeke, said Roxy. Just because he's different from you doesn't mean he isn't nice. I think he's strange, Harris said. Well, I like him, said Roxy. Is that what you don't like? Is that why you don't like him? I can be friends with both of you, you know. How would you feel if people didn't treat you very nice when you had started a new school? I know that wouldn't make me feel very good inside. That's not it, said Harris. I've just seen him do crazy stuff. And all of what you call crazy stuff has a logic explanation, said Roxy. I just think you're looking for reasons to not like Zeke. Roxy turned onto her block. Harris kept walking. He thought about what Roxy had said, then he shrugged it off. That evening at dinner, Harris's parents asked him about Zeke. How is that new boy doing? Asked his mom. I hope you're trying to make friends with him, added his dad. I don't know, said Harris. He does all kinds of strange stuff. He even balanced on his fingertips, like the alien in that movie, Dad. Harris, come on, said his dad. You're too old to not know the difference between movies and real life. No, Dad, it's real, Harris insisted. I'm telling you the truth. Remember how much trouble you had making friends when you started at Jefferson until you met Roxy? I would hope that you would be extra nice to a new kid who was trying to fit in. But Mom, I'm sure that if you take the time to get to know Zeke, you'll discover that he's just a normal kid like you. Mom said, he might be different, but that's no reason to not be friends. We're all different, right? Each one of us in our class has something different or special about us. Does that mean that we're weird? No. Harris went to his room after dinner and started his homework. But again, he had trouble concentrating. Everyone is telling me that I am wrong, but I know I'm not. I'm going to prove once and for all that Zeke is an alien. Chapter 7, Operation Alien Reveal. The next day at lunch, Harris put his plan into motion. As he and Roxy walked into the cafeteria, Harris spotted Zeke. Hey, Zeke, why don't you sit with us at lunch? He called out. Well, I'm glad you finally decided to be nice to him, said Roxy, smiling. The three sat together at a table. Roxy pulled out a tuna fish sandwich. Harris bit into his PB&J. Zeke took out a long purple string. He put one end into his mouth and slurped up the entire thing. Then he pulled out another one. "What's that?" Harris asked in a very friendly voice. "Garnish strands," said Zeke. "They are very popular in Targus." "Speaking of Targus, where exactly is it?" Harris asked. "South of here," replied Zeke. "On this continent?" Harris asked. "No," said Zeke, slurping down another garnish strand. "So what's it next to?" asked Harris. "Quarzita," replied Zeke. "I never heard of that either," said Harris. "Someone doesn't know his geography," Zeke said. Roxy giggled and Harris looked down embarrassed. His plan was going nowhere. "So what's it like in Targus?" asked Roxy. "Well, there's a bright yellow water in the lakes," said Zeke. "We have elevators that travel sideways, not up and down, and the snow is a glowing blue." Ooh, that's weird. "If that doesn't sound like an alien planet, I don't know what does," Harris thought. You guys think that sounds like an alien planet? I'm starting to think that it does. "Sounds wonderful," said Roxy. "So I had an idea. Maybe we should all hang out this weekend. How about Saturday?" Harris's eyes opened wide. "Hang out?" he thought. "With an alien? That's too weird. But if I say no, Roxy will think I'm being mean." "I would like that, thank you," said Zeke. "Why don't we all go to your house, Harris?" asked Roxy. "You have the biggest TV and some cool games. And wait until you meet his parents, Zeke. They're so nice." Sure, said Harris. What else could he say? Harris felt trapped. Today is Thursday, he thought. That only gives me one more day to prove that Zeke is an alien before I have to hang out with him in my own house. Okay, that's the end of chapter 7. Maybe we can read this together on Zoom one day. So I'm going to stop there, but I want you guys to think about how you would treat a new kid in your school. If they were a little different, would you still be nice to them? I hope so. All right, have a good day, and we'll chat later.